Hi guys, it's Sarah here, and this is my second tutorial that I'm doing for the double crochet 3 together hexagon blanket. I'm going to show you one method of joining the hexagons together using the whip stitch method. You can also use this method when joining squares or any other geometric shape. For this pattern, there is a white, a purple, a white, a purple, white, and then now we need to join one purple hexagon to the white and light purple to fill in this space here. But for the hexagon that is in the middle of the blanket, for instance this purple one, it needs to be attached to 3 sides of the hexagon to 3 different hexagons. So it needs to be attached here, here, and along here. Though you only need to attach the hexagon twice if it is on the outside of the row on the ends. So this purple hexagon needs to be attached here, and to do that you need to make sure you cut the tail long enough to join the hexagons together. What I like to do is to pull up the loop and then line it up next to where you need to stitch it on. Then double up the yarn to make sure there is enough to go around the outside of the hexagons. Now cut off the yarn. Before you pull it all the way through, I like to chain 1 to secure the yarn in place. Don't forget to pull tightly as well. There is a right side and a right side for the hexagons. To join the hexagons together, you need to ensure that the right sides are facing each other and the wrong sides are facing outwards or away from each other. There are 2 right sides, and we need to fold this unattached hexagon like this to make sure the right sides are facing each other. Now we need to grab our yarn needle and insert the yarn through the eye and line up the stitches along the sides we want to join the hexagons together. In the corner space there are 2 single crochets, and we need to go into the one that lines up with this side of the hexagon. So if you insert your needle into the 2 loops from the purple, then line that up with the corresponding white loops, then poke the needle all the way through the 4 loops to whip stitch. Do that one more time through the same loops and insert the needle through the loop to secure it. Now going into the next 2 white loops, then the corresponding or the same purple loops, pull the needle and yarn through those loops. Then we need to come back around to the next white loops and insert your needle into those loops, then the same corresponding purple loops on the other side, and pull the needle and yarn through to whip stitch. So again, you want to start from the same side, which is the white side for me, and insert your needle into those loops, then into the same corresponding purple loops and pull through the yarn. You need to continue to whip stitch in the loops, starting from the next white loops, then going into the 2 loops from the next purple that line up with each other. These colors may be different depending on what you have used, but just follow the same order and remember which side you started with, and whip stitch all the way along the side of the hexagon. Now we are at the corner space, and you can see that the white and light purple are already attached to the corners. So we need to attach the white and medium purple together. So there is 1 stitch left, which makes the corner for the white, so we need to insert the needle into those 2 loops, then into the same corner stitch for the purple. We need to insert the needle into those and then pull the yarn through. If you flip the purple over, you can see that there is a whip stitch seam in the purple colored yarn. Now what we want to do is join the light purple and medium purple hexagons together. So to do this, we need to put the right sides together, and just like what we did before, we need to start with the whip stitch in the corner, which for me is the light purple corner. Then insert your needle into those loops, then into the remaining corner loops for the medium purple, and pull the needle and yarn through. Now insert your needle into the next 2 light purple loops, and then into the corresponding medium purple, and pull the needle and yarn through to whip stitch. Make sure all your stitches or 2 loops are lined up so that you don't miss any of the stitches and you don't have to undo it later. Just continue to whip stitch along the edge to join the hexagons together. Now we need to do the same thing for the corner that you did previously and match the 2 corner stitches together. Insert your needle into the corner stitch and pull your yarn through. You want to do this once more to secure the yarn by tying it in a knot. Now we need to weave in the remaining yarn into the same colour so that it hides the yarn and helps to ensure that the stitching of the blanket doesn't come undone. And you can weave in the ends any way that you know how or that you like to. You can cut off the remaining yarn strands once they have been weaved in enough. You can see now that the hexagons are nicely joined together, and I just wanted to show you all of the blanket. The hexagons need to be joined with a flat base and not pointed like this to ensure you can fit the half hexagons in those gaps, which is my next tutorial for this series. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I will provide the link in the description below for how to crochet the hexagon and half hexagon using the double crochet 3 together method if you are interested in learning how to do so. Thanks for watching, and please like and consider subscribing for more crafting and crocheting tutorials.